Good afternoon, everybody. We are waiting for the chair to arrive. So as soon as the chair arrives, then we will move to get started.
Thank you. Chief Smith, the 44, 48 patrol cars parked behind the jail, I know we touched on this at the Highland neighborhood meeting. Would you give us the status on that real quickly?
Be happy to. We received 40 of those vehicles in November and 6 of them in December for a total of 46. And at this current day, we're still waiting on one that has not been delivered yet. 12 of the units are in the process of receiving their graphics. 32 of them have been, the radios have been put in, and 2 more is at the radio shop in progress.
I'm sorry, how many have the radios installed?
32.
32, okay.
Yes, sir. 11 of them have been upfitted. That's been complete. That's where it go to another vendor, T-codes, and get the lines for the computers put in, the cages, and the light bars, and the other electronics to go in it. 11 of them have been completed so far, and 1 is at the technician now getting that done. Technical services, and that's within our agency. They're the ones who actually put in the computer in the car and make it all work with everything. 3 of them have been completed, and another one is in the process of being done. Our new vendor, Axon, which is for the camera system, 6 of them have been completed.
So of the 46 total, are any of them on the road? Are any of them in service yet?
Yes, sir. I think 4 of them have been completed and is online.
And I know back in the November meeting, I think Deputy Chief White said y'all project that most all of them would be in service in the first quarter
Yes,
of
sir.
this year.
That is
Is
correct.
that still your projection?
That is correct.
Okay.
And we see where the lag in the process is. We do our very best to do all our business locally. That's, the majority of our effort. If we can spend our dollars here local at a local vendor to upfit and do whatever needs to be done, that's what we're doing. But we are about to the point we're going to have to look outside our region because there's only 1, 2, maybe 3 vendors here in town, and each one handles a different part of this process. But here's the problem. They're also doing it for Caddo, for Bossier PD, for every law enforcement agency in North Louisiana. So they stay pretty back.
So you end up waiting on them,
Yes, sir.
what you're saying. They're backlogged.
Yes, sir. They'll tell us, I can get 1 or 2 of your vehicles in per week. But that is just one of the 8 or 9 phases that it must go through. And certainly we do not wait for A to get his job done if B, C, D, E, or F can get theirs done. We are moving around to try to get it done as quickly as we can.
Okay.
We're receiving the certification where some portions of this, the electronic parts, we can do ourselves in-house.
Okay. While you're up here, does anyone have any questions on the patrol cars?
I got a quick one.
Councilman Talaferro?
Chief, these new units, are they replacing our pool cars, or are they going to be take-home cars?
They're replacing what we've lost. As you know, and some of you may not know, because of the nature of policing, vehicles are always on the go, either in an emergency capacity or otherwise, which makes you prone to a lot of accidents. Thus far this year in January, we've had probably 15 accidents 2 or 3 of them have resulted in vehicles being totaled. Well, that's kind of consistent throughout the year, and we get repaired what we can, but for instance, the ones that are total, that lessens our number of available units by that much until we get the next fleet of vehicles in. It's
So these are not surplus.
no, sir,
Yeah,
not by
these
any.
are actually
I'm not sure that this 40-some will even get us back to where we need to be
I just
that are
want
not
I just
take
want
home.
that distinction. That these are just replacing the units that have been crashed and or obsolete, so forth, that we are still rolling on the street.
That is correct. We are probably 40 to 60 vehicles short, if that's the appropriate word, from having what would be needed to furnish the officers that are on the current list for a take-home vehicle that live in the city a vehicle.
And just a reminder to the folks watching, the cost of one cruiser is how much?
About $67,000 to $70,000 from purchasing the vehicle and all the equipment that has to go in it.
So when we total a vehicle, we total more than just the vehicle itself.
Absolutely, and we do remove stuff from one vehicle to go to another.
If they're salvageable.
If it's salvageable, if it's a fit. Anytime that we change manufacturers, make and model, so much won't fit.
So follow up to Councilman Talaferro, of the 46 that we expect to be on the road in service in the first quarter, how many of them will be take-home vehicles?
To my knowledge, none of them. All of them
None?
will be replacing what
pool
has
cars?
gone
Okay.
out of service since we got the last shipment of vehicles.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?